A very warm welcome to you, and thank you so much for joining our Homeopathy 24/7 podcast. We are going to be speaking to an array of international guests who will share their knowledge and experiences of homeopathy with you. We will discuss all types of subjects such as remedies, symptoms, and stories of health. No matter where you are with your homeopathic journey, we aim to inspire you on your quest to natural health and living. The podcast is brought to you by Greensmith, the founder of Homeopathy 24/7, which is a global platform connecting you with a homeopath wherever you are in the world, 24 hours a day. So let's get started with today's chat. Please welcome Mary Greensmith.
Hello, lovely to see you all again. Today, I just want to share with you a little bit of my plans, what's going to be happening over the next few months as I recreate, expand my homeopathic life, just as I always have. Many of you know that I started life having a farm when I was 21, was self-sufficient in North Scotland in the UK. A few years ago, I was living on a boat and actually then went to sail around the Med for 3 years whilst running my homeopathic practice before coming back and helping other homeopaths build their homeopathic communities, which of course COVID really gave us this brilliant opportunity to do. And this year I'm setting off on a new homeopathic adventure, and I just believe that once you start becoming obsessed with homeopathy and everything homeopathic, it really does permeate into every aspect of your life. And it becomes your community, it becomes your way of life. The homeopathic philosophy of being self-sufficient, of being curious about every aspect of your life, knowing that your body is capable of looking after itself, but you have to know how to manage your body, how to look after yourself. So for me, it's all part of what I always was, what I always believed. The homeopathic philosophy really fits into my life. And my life really fits into the homeopathic philosophy. And it is with this that I am embarking on my next adventure, which is a lifelong passion that I've wanted to do for so long. And that is, we're actually going to move and live on a little tiny island. We are going to be part of a community. It's not, all a self-sufficient community. It's just a small island of 2,000 people. But because they are so many miles from everywhere else, it does mean that everybody chooses to live there has a need, a want of self-sufficiency. They want to work as a community. They want to help each other. And whilst in this day and age, of course, there are different aspects of life that they can bring in, it remains a beautiful place which is filled with helpful, happy people. And this is very much what the community that I wish to live in and want to experience. So this island is called Alderney. It is one of the more unknown Channel Islands. It is 70 miles from the UK, but it's only 7 miles from France. But of course, because of Brexit now, you can't go directly from Alderney into France. You have to go via Guernsey, that has the right officers to check out of one country and into another country. This island is 3.5 miles by 1.5 miles, so it's very small. It's surrounded by lovely beaches, but it's surrounded also by quite a rough sea. So it is, it hasn't been commercialised. There are no direct ferries to and from the island. You have to go to a different island to get there. There is a little plane which will run on certain days. So we're very excited about this. It's all going to happen in the next few months. And it just means, hopefully, that I can live my homeopathic life in a homeopathic place. And I'm so much looking forward to being part of a community who are interested in helping each other, being a community, helping each other grow food, helping each other build houses, helping each other do what they need to do. This island, it does have cars on. Cars can't travel. There isn't a ferry with a roller on off area. So cars have to be imported into the country, and they actually travel on top of containers to get there, and then they're lifted off. So you can't be traveling to and from in your car from other areas. And I'm just hoping that it will allow me to have more opportunity for self-awareness, for mindfulness, for thinking what we do and how we do it, and of course for planning things. Now, it is possible to get things sent by post, and the post is very good. You know, when boats can get in and the weather's not too rough. But obviously it does mean that the community has to come together when the weather is rough and help each other. And that's very important to me. And I'm very much looking forward to that opportunity. And what I'm hoping to do is being able to share this with you by producing some videos, by letting you know what we're doing, by showing you what we're about and how we're going to do things. And of course, go through how we're using homeopathy with our vegetable garden and creating just a really good homeopathic life on a very small island. Now, we're going to be moving in the summer, and we know that the winter, you know, it does get a very windy out there, but it's not, I mean, I've lived on a boat for 6 years, so I'm not worried at all about the wind. And we are lucky enough to be able to move into a house that we're going to be doing up. So we hope to be able to share that all with you, and just showing how it's possible to live without supermarkets, to live without everything on the doorstep. Now, of course, I've had this opportunity before. I was self-sufficient a few years ago when I lived in North Scotland and away from everybody. And I've lived on a boat where the only shopping that you had was from a little tiny island village. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a mix of both of those things. So it'll be like living on a boat with a garden, and of course with a few chickens and hens and animals running around as well. So it'll just give me that opportunity to have the best of both worlds. And of course, you know, this is what life is all about for me. It's about making the best opportunities that we possibly can with our lives, making decisions that allow us to explore other areas of life, allowing us to help other people learn about their aspects of their life and how they can grow as a person. I'm so lucky to live in this world where I can do this. I can go and live in an ideal community for me, but yet I can still have contact with all you guys via the internet. And I just am so grateful for my homeopathic family, because of course, as well as having so many homeopaths that I can really connect with, we now have got a huge homeopathic community who really enjoy the homeopathic learning. And going on this adventure means that we can bring you more about the philosophy of homeopathy, the idea of the mindfulness, of understanding every aspect of how life works, how your body works, how your mind works, and what it needs in order to be healthy. Because, of course, the main thing about homeopathy is it's not curing you. It's just acting as a catalyst to help your self-healing system. And your self-healing means your machine, your body as a machine, needs the best treatment that it can possibly get. So just understanding the influence that you have in your daily decisions to ensure that your body is healthy and working in optimal capacity is just that opportunity to enjoy your life and live the life that you were meant to live. And of course, I've got the opportunity to share this with you because of the internet, because we can do what we do. And I so look forward to hearing your experiences and your homeopathic life. So I'm hoping that this podcast will kind of develop out a little bit more, become more than just remedies. It will become more about how homeopathy permeates into your life and takes over every aspect of your life. And the opportunity to share that with people around the world is just fantastic. So please do get in touch, because I want to hear your stories. I would love to have you come and talk to me about what you're doing, where you are, and how homeopathy has influenced your life and how it has changed your life, and what aspects of your life have become better because of your journey with homeopathy. So I do hope that you're going to be able to share that and share it with our whole community. It's just so exciting. The whole holistic side of living, taking on the whole, encompassing the whole, and the self-responsibility is what homeopathy means to me. So from a very early age, I always thought, I need to be able to believe in myself, and I need to make the decisions for how I live my life according to what is important to me. I have never lived in a town because I've always been drawn to the country. I've always been drawn to self-sufficiency. I've always wanted to look after myself. And I think that's why I fell in love with homeopathy, because it gave me that opportunity to not be handing over my health to somebody else who I didn't know, and they didn't know my body, but being able to say, well, actually, I believe that I can heal from this, and I believe that I can be responsible for my own health. And so for me, finding homeopathy, it was like, well, yes, this fits into everything that I've ever thought, ever believed. And I was very lucky as a 20-year-old to be able to, we actually did a house up when, you know, that just before the housing market went a little bit nuts, my first house. And we were able to sell that and buy a little farm with 25 acres up in North Scotland, where we had our own water supply, where we had our own food, our vegetable garden. We did have electric, and we paid for that. But it just, because it was miles from anywhere, it gave us the opportunity to really think about what we needed to buy and what we didn't need to buy, what we needed to survive, and what gave us joy. I've lived very many years without a TV, and it didn't seem to me that having a TV would be beneficial in my life. We do actually have a TV now, because after coming up from a boat and not having a TV for years and years and years, we just thought that might be a luxury, that we might be able to learn from different communities and learn different ways of doing things. And certainly one thing that I'm really thinking about on the island is I know that a lot of parcels are coming in. I know that a lot of people are having lots of things shipped down to the island. And I'm thinking, okay, as far as I can see, the main issue is there isn't enough wood for people to have wood fires. So the wood is shipped in. Wouldn't it be great if we could create a a company that turned all the cardboard from the boxes coming in into shavings and into burning material. So we didn't have to be importing wood to burn for heat. So I'm really excited about the opportunity, about looking at what is needed on the island and what we might be able to influence and have a really good effect of using the materials that are readily available and perhaps even waste, and creating something from that for the community. So I'm really starting to explore now all of the different angles. We're going to be living in a south-facing house, so I'm hoping that we might be able to have solar panels and live off-grid as far as electric is concerned. And this really is being born from living on the boat. We had enough electricity to manage everything that we needed on the boat, and we even had a washing machine that we could use as well, that my husband very kindly fitted. Brilliant. So we didn't have to go in and use the facilities inside. We lived on anchor for at least 7-8 months a year whilst on a boat, and just that whole aspect of that self-sufficiency is so exciting and so empowering. And I'm hoping that I can learn to do this on land again as well, in a slightly different way than I did when I was much younger. Because now, of course, I have you guys and I have homeopathy. So I'm very, very lucky in that I have lots of different things that I can incorporate into my life. And I'm looking forward, hoping, of course, to take my beautiful medicine chest and being able to help people and animals on the island as well. So that's really exciting, and I hope to keep you updated with what we're doing as it develops, as it happens. But please do write me a message. Please do arrange to come and talk and share your experience and how homeopathy permeates into every aspect of your life. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care. So, of course, this week was slightly different. We were talking about the different aspects that homeopathy can permeate into your life. Next week, I'll be talking to Stephanie Thullen, and we'll be talking about burnout and finding out more about your own makeup and your own natural responses, and learning how you can be better equipped to recharge your batteries in the way that really suits you. So homeopathy alongside human design aspects of learning more about your body and yourself in order to maintain better health. I look forward to seeing you there.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode and look forward to listening to our next one. Please don't forget to follow our podcast on your chosen channel, and please do leave us a review so we can continue to share homeopathy with as many people as possible. If you do have any questions, please do reach out to us on any of our social platforms mentioned in the show notes. We at Homeopathy 24/7 hope to empower you on your natural health journey.